sitting down with one of the top quarterbacks, not just in the SEC last year, but in the country, Hendon Hooker from the Tennessee Volunteers. What's going on, man?
What's going on, man? Happy to be here. It's a blessing once in a lifetime.
It's got to stink, right? I mean, the injury, it sucks. Let me take you back to that game. Obviously, the game's not going your way at South Carolina and all that. Did you know right when the injury happened, man, this isn't going to be good?
I didn't know. Initially coming off the sideline, I was trying to get my guys going. We was motivated. I asked Coach, hey, Coach, put the ball in my hands. So, coming out, I was thinking, hey, we're about to make a run. I was going to have a big-time run play on that first play. But initially I thought that I just sprained my knee until getting in the tent, and they told me the bad news.
It stinks because it puts a little bit of a damper on what was such a great season, right? I mean, the playoff was still within reach and all that kind of stuff. But I assume your coaches, your teammates all kind of picked you up and said, hey, man, look, you don't let this damper what was an awesome, historic season for you.
Mm-hmm. Well, initially, it was very devastating, and everyone in the locker room showed a lot of compassion, a lot of care. Some tears were shed, but everyone bounced back that next week and showcased a great game against Vanderbilt. And I'm happy that I was able to be there for the bowl game as well. I'm proud of them, and I'm excited for the organization and the university moving forward.
Take me back through the season. Did you have a favorite memory or moment? I mean, obviously the win over Alabama, I think, was monstrous. But did you have a favorite moment?
Yeah, that Pitt game. Things weren't going our way at the beginning of the game. Came out a little sluggish. We got into a little junk talking to the fans, and every moment after we decided, okay, we've settled in, we got our feet wet. Let's go out here and dominate and play how we know how to play, and we did that. Finished strong.
Did it feel like, I mean, the Alabama game, the aftermath of that was just incredible. How much did you celebrate, and how much were you just kind of watching Vol Nation go nuts that night?
Yeah, so after about 5.5 seconds of everyone rushing the field, I just ran straight to my parents. I wasn't trying to get trampled by all the fans, rushing the field. So ran straight to my parents. My dad and sister had already jumped in on the field and was looking for me. But I celebrated with my mom. And then just went straight to the locker room. It was my father's birthday, so afterwards, we went to eat, had a great dinner. I got him fitted for a suit for his birthday. So,
look at that. Did you smoke a cigar at all?
No, I don't smoke cigars. My dad had some bubblegum cigars, so we had a couple bubblegum cigars.
Yeah, you could have done the It's a Boy cigars, like the ones you get people when they have a baby at the hospital. Talking with Hendon Hooker. Get a quick thought on, I know you and Joe were close. I talked to you at the Manning Passing Academy. You talked about how close you and Joe Milton were and how you guys helped push each other. I thought that was so cool of you to go to the Orange Bowl and still be with him and support him. And whatever you told him, whatever you were there, support or otherwise, looked like it worked because he had a fantastic bowl win over Clemson.
Yeah, and that's something that me and Joe talked about day in and day out. Both of us just going out there and playing our game no matter when we're in the game. We just want to win. And while I was over in California with my surgery for 2 weeks, I was still tapping into the quarterback meetings and the quarterback install through Zoom, whether that be for 20 seconds or an hour and a half. But that time difference was throwing me off a little bit because I have to wake up at 4. They have a meeting at 7.
Yeah.
But just to be able to sit in there and get the game plan and be able to communicate with Joe at a high level is what I was trying to do.
Talking with Tennessee quarterback Hendon Hooker. How's the rehab going? How much are you able to move now, and where are we in the process?
Yeah, so rehab's going great. 6 weeks post-op, being able to put 100% weight bearing on my leg, being able to get back to regular routines without the brace. I don't really need the brace to work out or anything of that nature. I wear it here because we walk around so much and I'm standing up. But it's going great. I'm looking forward to actually doing some more explosive things here in 2 weeks and getting back into the groove of things and getting back to a better me.
Are you going to do anything at the Combine or anything like that?
No, I'll just go interview and, make more connections. And
give your show your little charm,
Yeah, Be smooth.
You are one of my favorite people to interview because not only are you a great football player, but you're also, I mean, I've talked with you all off the air about your faith and all that kind of stuff. How important is that to you as not just an athlete, but as a person?
Yeah, extremely important. Just my day-to-day life, wake up, meditate, pray, read my Bible verse. Might talk to my mom about some Bible verse. She sends some out to me and my brother and sister. And then my father, I always check in with him. So, just keeping the family close always. We're extremely competitive in what we do. So, anytime my dad can throw a new word at me or, learn something, it's always an opportunity just to better myself and better my knowledge as well.
We talked about the rehab going well. Is there a timetable for, say, a team drafts you? Are we at the start of the season still not ready, or what's the timetable there kind of?
Yeah, I should be ready to compete by camp. So,
okay.
I'm looking forward to that, getting back to my regular self, being able to move. It's so hard to sit out here and not being able to compete, but I'm just happy to be able to sit in these quarterback meetings and be around such great talent and also see my teammates compete, seeing Darnell Wright, B.Y. Young.
Yeah.
I'm excited for these guys to make their mark on this game.
You had, when I look back, your career, you started Virginia Tech, and obviously you get with Josh Heupel in Tennessee, and it really takes off. What did you learn from Coach Heupel, and how much did his system really just suit your attributes?
Learned a lot from Coach Heupel, and he also just instilled a lot of confidence in me and let me be myself. Really let the dog off the chain. A pit bull is more dangerous when he's off his chain. So, being able to just go out there and play free and not be confined, it was great. And the offense is not what people think it is. It's not controlled. I have 100% control, about making calls at the line, audibles. If I see a matchup I like, I'll exploit that.
Wow.
So, a lot more command than what people think it is. So to make that ship go and to just be in such a great environment as well. Coach Hosley does a great job. Coach Mitch Maletolo, does a great job as well. Quarterback QC. They're masterminds of football. So
that's huge because that's going to help you on the next level.
Oh, yeah.
Being able to change plays and all that. Because there are some guys in college it's like, no, here's the play and here's option 2 and that's it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, and that's a misconception about our offense. A lot of the times they think that we're just going out there, hey, run to the 30 and turn around, or just run deep. Like that's not what we're doing. It's all preparation. I put in a lot of time, a lot of film throughout the week. I over-prepare so that when my opportunity presents itself and any opportunity presents itself, I'm prepared.
You play with some great wide receivers, Cedric Tillman, Jalen Hyatt. They're on their way to the next level as well. Have you talked to those guys? They got to be super excited to show what they could do.
Yeah, me and Sarah were talking the other day. We were talking about some jewelry. He said he was going to get a chain, but I'm excited to see him, really compete at the Combine. And I'm excited to see Jay Hyatt. I'll see Jay Hyatt at the Super Bowl here in a couple weeks. So hang out with him a little bit. And I'm ready to see him run, too. Say he got something nice for me.
Obviously, you can't control it, but how cool would it be to end up with one of those guys on the same team at the next level?
That'd be really cool. That'd be really cool.
And I bring it up because we got Tua with Waddle. We got Joe Burrow with Jamar Chase. So the duo is the quarterback-wide receiver duo. It's working at the next level.
Yeah. And I have chemistry with all of my receivers. This year was special with me and Jay Hyatt. Jay Hyatt is just a blazer of a guy. He can fly. And he's also a great person as well, so a great teammate. He's very supportive. Brings great energy to the room. And then Sid is extremely hard work. He plays with a chip on his shoulder, big-bodied, can move well, and is aggressive. When the ball is in the air, he knows that's his ball, and he's not going to be rejected. So I'm eager to, if that does happen, then that's a blessing.
I'm not trying to bring up bad memories, but not getting an invite to the Heisman, that was kind of, I'll say it for you, I think that was a raw deal. Did you feel like you should have at least got an invite?
If I'm leading the pack for a majority of the season, I definitely feel like I should have got an invite. I thought that I was one of the most dominant players in college football this past year. But, it's all in God's will. I hold no grudges. I don't burn any bridges. I don't believe in that. I feel like it blocks your blessings. So,
yeah.
It's no hard feelings. Those guys that were up there are great guys. They made some great plays. I'm a huge fan of all of them. Just watching them compete at a high level was cool.
And you still got your fair share of postseason awards too, and all that. So you were very you were honored well with all the postseason accolades. What are you hearing from? Do you pay attention to the mock draft stock and all that? Is it
No. I don't pay any attention to it because no one knows where they're gonna go until draft day.
Yeah.
So
Because all it takes is one team, right?
yeah, and you know, this process is great. I'm just enjoying it, soaking it all up, enjoying you know, making new connections and showing people how I lead and my character, and also, you know, just my football IQ.
I know you're a competitor, but in a perfect scenario, I mean, if you go to an NFL team, do you want to start from day one? Do you think there's value in maybe sitting and learning for some time, or where are you with that?
I want to go and learn, and I want to compete as well. So while I'm learning, I want to compete. I want to show that I belong in this league, and you know, whatever God's will is, that's what I'll do. So going to the right place is my biggest concern. It's not where you start; it's where you finish.
Who's a good comp at the NFL level when you watch, you know, the Mahomeses, the Burrows, the Jalen Hurts, all those kind of guys? Who do you think your game kind of matches most?
Deshaun Watson.
Okay.
Yeah, so very versatile. I call him a magician. He's a magician in the pocket. So I try to emulate some of his game. My brother loves his game as well. He plays like him as well. But my brother's more of a pocket passer, but he's fast and he has great feet. So I'm excited to see him at North Carolina A&T this year as well.
I talked with you before the season, and you said your mom was telling you had to take less hits. And I thought you did do a good job of that throughout the season, right?
I made an emphasis of it, you know, to take those hits off my body. I felt a lot better this year than in previous years, for sure.
Talking with Hendon Hooker. When you're not playing football, what's Hendon Hooker doing?
If I'm not playing football, I'm watching it, or you know, just hanging out with my family. I got a little dog, Cinco. He's a golden doodle.
Cinco?
Yes, sir. He's 9 months, and he's a mess. But one of the most smartest dogs I've ever been around. He can get in any car, roll the window down. If I have
he
his,
rolls the window down?
Yeah, he rolls the window down. He can stick his head out. We're driving.
Wow.
Then if I have his little football and I throw it to him and he's amongst other dogs, he thinks he's playing football. He's out there trying to shake the dogs. So it's always a cool thing to see him and see him learn. And,
he's got that Hendon Hooker mentality.
Yeah, he's a hooker. Yes, sir.
Well, Hendon, best of luck to you, man. I really enjoyed getting to know you over the last year plus in your time in Knoxville. And best of luck, man, at the next level. And we'll be rooting for you, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
All right, that's Hendon Hooker here on the show.